In this video, we're going to explore the mode of behaviour that, for me, plays a really big part in many people's personality, particularly when we're trapped in using those addictive, compulsive or obsessive behaviours to cope with our unmet childhood needs. This mode has us acting in ways that have little to no consideration for the impact of our actions, and when we're blended with a part that's using this mode, we can feel like we have a particular right to things that are not necessarily ours to have, and we can do things that are completely out of line with our true, authentic values and beliefs. Today, let's have a conversation about the mode of behaviour that we know as the entitled child. The entitled child mode can sometimes be a difficult one to accept if it does actually exist within our personality system. This is usually because we push back against the idea that we might be acting in entitled ways or being an entitled person, mainly due to the negative societal judgment that gets attached to the word entitlement these days. Behaviourally, when we're blended with the entitled child mode, we tend to do what we want to do when we want to do it, often but not always, knowing that there are consequences for our actions, but not really caring about the effects of our choices. For some people, the presence of the entitled child may be extremely obvious, playing out for all to see in behaviours that are filled with the stereotypical examples of entitlement. For others, it may take on a role that's a lot harder for us to spot, a sort of covert entitlement that sits beneath the surface, presenting in minor behaviours like parking our car wherever we want to park it, tailgating people on the highway when we've got somewhere to be in an attempt to have them move out of our way, or jumping the line at the store because we're in a rush, saying things like, "Everyone just needs to get out of my way so I can get the things done that I need to get done." In essence, the entitled child thinks only of its own needs in the current moment. There's no thought of the impact of the behaviour, no empathy for other people, no understanding or consideration for how what we're doing can affect the world around us. For example, when we're blended with the entitled child, we aren't thinking about who it might impact if our car's in a no parking zone, how other people might feel about our style of driving, or even who was waiting patiently in line when we decided to jump in. This mode often presents in our thoughts as the I don't cares, or the I don't have to's, or even the I don't need to's, and its presence in our system is often created as either the result of always getting what we wanted when we were children and rarely hearing the word no, or on the flip side of this, never getting what we wanted when we were children and pushing back against the current emotional experience when we hear the word no. It took me a really long time to accept the fact that there was a part of me that was filled with entitlement. I remember many years ago, after what I now see as a stereotypical outburst of anger and selfish behaviour at that time, I was asked a question by a family member if I thought the world owed me something. At the time, this question activated a sense of shame in my system that triggered the rage that was connected to my own angry child. However, looking at this question now with the benefit of hindsight awareness, I can actually see where this question was coming from, as I was presenting in a way that had me thinking I wasn't supposed to struggle or to do things that were difficult for me to do. Someone else was supposed to do these things for me, and I didn't want to, or in fact know how to deal with life if it played out in any other way. Entitlement can have many different manifestations within our adult behaviour. For many of us, it comes from a sense of not needing to do things that people are asking us to do, particularly when we feel like it's not our responsibility. For other people, it can show up as the need for information, for knowing the answer to why things are the way they are when we don't necessarily need to know, or pushing for things we want because it's expected that we're supposed to get them. This mode generally lacks the humility of a healthy adult approach, and when blended with the entitled child, we only think of what it is that we need and how we need it right now. The entitled child is linked to our problem with instant gratification, something that, in my opinion, is an issue that's all over society these days. My own entitled child was saying, "I don't need to do this. It's your responsibility, not mine." It would take me to a place of thinking and feeling that lacked accountability, that was full of blame for others, and was often accompanied by my angry child reactions. For many people, being told they have a sense of entitlement can be challenging. After all, as I said before, there's an extremely negative connotation that gets attached to the word entitlement. However, the existence of an entitled child within our personality system does not always mean that we are an entitled person. In fact, in my experience, most people have an entitled child in their system as a coping mechanism. It's a pushback against some kind of fear, usually when our internal critics are putting forward a story that's linked to the possibility of things like sadness, loneliness, guilt, or shame. As it's the case with all of the emotional child modes of behaviour, the entitled child can show up in many different ways. For me, it would often kick in when I was being told to do something by someone I didn't think was supposed to be telling me what it was I was supposed to be doing. Wait a second, are you trying to tell me what to do right now? Honestly, you don't tell me what to do. I do what I want to do. This isn't about you, this is about me. At the end of the day, you can try all you want to tell me what to do, but I'm sorry, that doesn't fly with me. I do what I want to do. When I want to do it, I'm in control of me.
No. No, you can't tell me what to do. No. No, that's not fair. It's not fair that you're telling me what to do. No. No, that's not fair. I can do what I want to do. I don't have to do what you want me to do. I don't have to do that. I can do what I want to do. It's not fair. No, I'm going to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and you can't tell me what to do.
You really don't get a say in that because I'm in control of me. There's nothing that you can say that's going to make me change that because, you know what, at the end of the day, I control where I want to go, when I want to go there, and what I want to do when I'm there. Then there were times it would show up when I was in a rush to get somewhere, and there were people that were getting in my way. Man, these people really need to learn how to drive. I'm in a rush. They need to get out of my way. I'm going to be late if these idiots don't get a move on. This is a really important appointment.
These people can't drive. They don't know how important we are. They need to get out of the way, man. They need to move. They need to learn how to drive because they can't drive as good as us. We can drive as fast as we want. We can get right up behind them and sit right on their back bumper because we can drive really well. We can drive really fast. And when we get behind them like that, they need to move out of our way because we got to get somewhere that's really important.
Come on, people, this isn't an important appointment that I've got to be at. You're driving like a bunch of grannies. There's literally nowhere to park in this place, man. What the hell? Why is there so many people here? Don't they realise how important this meeting is? Oh, there's one. Oh, no, that's a no parking zone.
It doesn't matter. We can park there. We can park where we want to park. We can't. We don't want to be told where to park. We can park there if we want. Doesn't matter what other people say. We can park where we want to park.
No. I could park in that no parking zone. I mean, who really cares if it's a no parking zone? This meeting's important. Yeah, screw it. I'm just going to park there. Who cares? They probably just put it there for fun. It really doesn't have any meaning. There were also times my entitled child was in my system when things got difficult, when I was struggling and I wanted someone to fix things for me. Wait a minute, I can't do that. You're kidding me, right? That's not my responsibility. I'm not supposed to do that type of thing. That's up to somebody else. That's up to you, isn't it? It's not up to me, I don't think.
I don't want to do that. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do those things. No, I don't have to do those things. You do those things, not me. No, I don't do those things. I don't have to do those things.
You're gonna fix this, right? You're gonna do this for me, right? I don't have to do this. It's not my responsibility because you're the one that's supposed to do this, not me, right? Here's the thing. It's usually the case that the type of entitled thinking that's connected to the entitled child will only lead to entitled behaviour when we're blended with this part of our personality and its behavioural responses are dominant within our personality system. Learning how to recognise the presence of the entitled child when it gets activated is key to unblending from these behaviours. There are specific thoughts, feelings and physical sensations that are connected to this part, so creating creating a mindfulness practice designed to spot the emotional distress and then listen to our system is absolutely key. Learning the mindfulness and distress tolerance skills available in dialectical behaviour therapy and then practicing them throughout your day will provide the possibility of growth in this area. Remember, in DBT, everything starts with stop. So take the time to practice this particular skill as often as you can. This is going to open up the opportunity to use the other skills of DBT to connect with your parts and understand your own personality system, which will ultimately support you with living the life you want to live, being the person you want to be, in the areas of life that are important to you according to your own true, authentic values and beliefs. In the PDF at the bottom of the website page that's connected to this video, you're going to find a worksheet that's designed to help you figure out what the entitled child might look like, sound like, or feel like when it's activated within your personality system. Take some time to download it, print it out, and work through the questions and the exercises contained within it slowly. If you can, allow yourself to sit with the experience of the entitled child. Imagine yourself in situations when you've acted in ways that might be seen as entitled and connect with the way this played out within your system. Keep in mind, this is going to be an extremely difficult thing for you to do, as the behavioural responses of this part are a coping mechanism for the uncomfortable and unwanted emotional experiences that we avoid the most, the thoughts and feelings that are connected to our vulnerable child. And guys, if you like the content of this video, please subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and turn on the notifications to get the latest from me and the Liberation Place. If this has piqued your interest and you want to know more, come join the live online meetings that I facilitate for free each week on Zoom. I'll leave some links to those groups in the description below. I hope this video gave you some insight for how the entitled child might be activated in your own personality system. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Take care, be safe, and be well.